Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a little bit of a different kind of video for you guys. And I'm really excited to share this with you. So this past weekend, I got the chance to go to Craft Habit in Raleigh, North Carolina. It is a newish craft store in Raleigh, North Carolina. And they have all kinds of things. But this weekend they had Catherine Puller there with some of her design team. And she released her brand new product line, and she also had some of her older stuff and all of her ink pads and everything all displayed nicely. And she did some demos. She had some make and takes. Emily made a little Christmas card, and we had a good time. So that is the name of the store if you guys are anywhere near Raleigh. I'm about an hour away. It was absolutely worth the drive for me. We had a great time, and I'm really excited to share this with you guys. So Catherine Puller was going to release her new product line on Monday, which is today when you guys are seeing this video. But she, I guess, decided to release it a little bit early. And so you guys may have already seen it. And it's amazing, and I was super excited to see it. So first, she has the mini ink pads, which I've already used this one on a layout. I just used it actually, and it's great. And I got the color Midnight, and she also has the brown that you can get individual. And then the ones that she has right now, the colors come in packs, and you can order them that way. So super great, got that. When I buy more inks, I might buy the minis next just because they're easier to transport like this, especially if you go on crops and stuff or retreats and things. So I like it. And then I'll show you guys the stuff that's already been released first, and then I'll show you guys the stuff that has not been released. So I picked up this, let's see if there's a name. I do not see a name. Just want to make sure though. Do not see a name. So it's the Kind stamp set. And y'all know I say spread love and be kind. And I just love it. It's gorgeous. They had some design team cards and projects that really was pretty with this stamp set. And so if you get the stamp set, you have to have the die, right? I got the last die they had, and there were some not so happy people that were not able to get the die. And I wasn't saying that I got the last one. I was holding it underneath everything so nobody could see it. But yeah, so I got the die to go with it. Excuse me. And then I also got this Buffalo Plaid background stamp set. Or well, stamp, it's not a set, it's just one stamp. It's giant. It's the size of my hand. And the design team had a card that was on black cardstock, and it was embossed. The stamp was embossed with white embossing powder, and it was stunning. And that's kind of what sold me on this. So when you see a stamp, you may think, oh, that's kind of cool. But then if you see it actually used, I think that's why design teams are so good, because you see it used and then you're like, oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's an awesome way to use it. So they definitely sold me on that. And so the new thing were the mini inks and then this. All right, so she is calling it the Canvo, and you can go on her YouTube channel. She has a whole bunch of videos showing, she released them on Sunday. Today's Sunday when I'm filming this, and I've already watched all 4 of them. She has 4 videos up as of right now showing you what exactly it is, why she named it that, and showing you how she's used hers and why she wanted to do this. And so what she said, the reason why she wanted to create a bullet journal, which is what this is because she started bullet journaling, and she noticed very fast that all of her stamping went through to the next page. So it bled through, the ink bled through to the next page. And she said she's not a draw. She doesn't draw, and I don't either. I'm really terrible at drawing. And so that's kind of why I never really got into bullet journaling, because it looked a little too artsy for me. It just looked like intimidating to me. And she thought the same thing. And so she started stamping in hers, which I never even thought about doing. I have all these stamp sets that I use on scrapbook layouts, but they would also be great for journaling or bullet journaling. So I'm really excited to show you guys this. This is the Canvo bullet journal, and it's really nice. It's got like a laminated front and back, and they come in 2 different ones. I think her other one is the aquatini color, which actually I have the ink right here because it's one of my favorite ones. This color, and it's really pretty too, but I really like the doodly look of this one. So you have a place in here where you can put your name, and then this is really pretty. I mean, you can color this if you'd like. And then it's dot grid, and it's numbered. There is, let's see how many. There's 150 pages in this. You can see it's super thick. And then the papers are super thick. So she wanted to make it that way for the purpose of the ink pads when you stamp not bleeding through. Super excited about this. As you guys can see, I have done absolutely nothing in this. I'm just unboxing and showing you guys first, and then I'm going to speed up the video and actually put together a spread, which will be my first time, and I'm really super excited to do it. So she also recommends the Zig blender pen, and she showed us, she demoed it, taking her ink and just touching the brush tip on it, and then you go down like that and blend, and it will do the ombre effect. So you will have darker at the top, and then it blends into almost nothing at the end, which was super cool looking. You can do that, you know, Greg said you can probably do that with watercolor brush too, and I said yeah, you can, but then it's going to warp the page probably if you use a whole bunch of water on it. So I think that this is a really great thing to get. So she had me sold on that as well. As soon as she demoed it, I was like, yes, give it to me, please. And then she came out, I think, with 3 stamp sets that came with this line, with the bullet journaling line, the Canvo line, and I got 2 of them. I was thinking about getting the days, but I'm pretty positive that I have a days stamp. I have to search, but I'm pretty sure that I do have one. And so I got the months, which are right here, and they have lots of little doodles that you can put, like little flowers, and layer them up, and I thought they were really pretty. And I saw one of my friends at the Catherine Pooler at Craft Habit for all of this on Saturday. Her name's Tisa. She has a YouTube channel as well. And I told her the reason I wanted to get this and why I liked it so much is because the fonts are different on each month. They're not all the same. So usually when you get a stamp set with the months, usually the fonts are all like cohesive and the exact same. And I actually kind of like that they're not. And then you can just get different looks each month. So really, really like that. And then this one I've already actually used on a scrapbook layout. I used the dots for some journaling, and then of course the coffee cup, because you guys know I love coffee. But these are great because this is a little clipboard, and then this is like a little notebook itself, and then we have some little corner stamps, and then the thumbtack and the birthday cake for like birthdays, all kinds of great elements that you can use in your bullet journaling. And she has tons of ideas in her videos already using these stamp sets, which are perfect. So the days of the week actually has some other like things on it as well, like some banners and stuff, which would have been nice. So I might ask to get that for Christmas. So yeah, that is all of the things that I got. She does recommend, I think the micron pens, which I do have. I believe I have some of them, not all of them, but I have a couple of them that I've had for some years. And she recommends, obviously, her stamp blocks. I have one of her stamp blocks I got from my little scrapbook store as in one of my design team packages, and I've used it today on a layout with her stamps, and it works beautifully. So I would definitely recommend the stamp block. I haven't used any of her other ones, just this one, but I really like the grooves in it where your fingers fit really nicely. So, and I think that that's it. I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here, but you guys will see me jumping right into creating, and you guys will get to see what I create in my first, I don't know, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do here. So, I'm probably going to leave the first one blank to do like a title page, but I think I'm going to open this up and do a November spread, since it's the beginning of November. So stay tuned so you guys can watch that. Okay, so now that you've seen everything, I'm going to go ahead and start with my monthly spread. And this is the first time that I'm ever writing in this. And this is the first time that I'm ever bullet journaling. So I'm using a pencil. Make sure that you have a good eraser, because I did not, and I messed up in a couple places, but luckily I found a better eraser, and you guys will probably see that in this video. But I did cut this video way down. It's still a 26-minute video. However, the video before I edited it was like almost 2 hours. In this video, you're going to see, obviously you already saw the unboxing. Now you're going to see my monthly spread, how I created it. And then you, at the end, will see my mood tracker that I create, which I'm super excited about for you guys to see. It's really, really cute. I did not come up with this idea on my own. I found it on Pinterest. So definitely, if you get the Canvo, which I highly recommend, I'm very lucky that I was able to get my hands on this before most people, and I'm really excited to share this with my subscribers. So what I'm doing here is I'm counting down. There's dots on this paper, which makes it super, super easy to keep track of everything when you are trying to make lines even, and I'm using a ruler to keep them straight. And like I said, I'm definitely glad that I used a pencil, because there are plenty of times that I messed up, and that's going to happen. You're going to mess up, especially if you're new to it like I am. And I'm kind of just learning as I go. I've watched a couple videos on Instagram. I've obviously watched Catherine Puller's videos on her YouTube channel. You can see here I had 2 erasers and neither one of them worked very well. I have a really nice eraser somewhere. I just couldn't find it. So I was getting kind of frustrated. But then I found a mechanical pencil and I was like, oh, this eraser's so much better. Let's fix this before we go any further. So right now, like I said, I'm just drawing my lines for my monthly calendar. So if you are a planner, if you like the planners, I have I think a happy planner that I keep my YouTube stuff in. And I also have one for my meal planning. This would be perfect for either one of those. And you can draw however you want. I just did this monthly one just for a basic monthly, but you can do your weeks. And there are tons of different ways you can do it. So if you are finding that the regular planners are not really working for you, or you want to get a little more creative, I feel like this is the best way to do that. I definitely got creative, used my brain a little bit, and did some stamping here in a minute, and it was fun. It was actually fun. And I'm not normally a planner except for my YouTube videos and my meal planning, but I think that this is going to be nice to have, and I'm really excited to do my weekly spreads. I think that that's what I'm kind of missing right now. Right now I'm just using the monthly thing, and the boxes are entirely too small for me to write all of my things in there. My daughter is in running club. She is in Science Olympiad. She is very active. We always have different appointments for different things, hair appointments, doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, and all of these things, therapy appointments. So I feel like this is going to help me kind of stay a little more together, if that makes any sense. So if you can see off to the side, I'm stamping on a white piece of paper. Now, I do that in all of my stamping videos, especially if they're stamps that I haven't used in a while or brand new stamps, just to make sure that that impression is going to be good and the ink is all over. Sometimes it takes a couple times getting pressing it down into the ink to get it full coverage. So I'm using these stamps that I already had in my stash. Catherine did come out with a stamp set for this, and it has the days of the week already beautifully done. But I only had the money. I was on a budget. I only had the money to get, I got the monthly and the other one with a whole bunch of little like things on it. You guys will see that here in a minute. Those are the two stamp sets that I got from this release. And then I also got some of her older inks and some of her older stamps that I had not yet gotten. So I also have these number stamps that I have in my stash. And this is the first time that I've actually used them. So I'm going to save you guys the trouble. I'm just going to show you a couple. And I'm using the brand new Midnight Mini from Catherine Puller. And I'm really excited about this. I really love this. I used this ink pad a ton in this spread and the next spread. You guys will see. So there is my month. Now I'm going to take the November stamp from the monthly stamp set that she created for her Canvo. And that is what she's calling her bullet journal. I think I already mentioned that at the beginning. So I'm taking the Juniper Mist, which is a beautiful navy blue, and the Eucalyptus, I think that's how you say it. And the monthly stamp set has these really, really pretty tiny little florals, and I'm just going to kind of stamp them all over. No right or wrong way to do this, you guys. I actually am thinking about going back in and stamping more. I feel like it was kind of blank in some places, and I didn't really want this video to be too terribly long, and that's why I didn't really finish the whole thing. However, I love the way that this looks. You can build these layers with the flowers, and you also have little leaves to kind of go with them, and they're different sizes. And then there is these corner, like, what are they called? Corner rounder? No, I don't know. But I love them. So I'm putting that at the top and the bottom of the blank boxes, just to add a little something extra, just to fancy it up a little bit. And I'm going back in with the inks and the different flower stamps from this little stamp set. And again, I'm just kind of spreading them all over the place. I'm going to go in with some of that green color. And this spread, I kept it super simple, you guys. But you can keep it as simple as you want. That's the fun thing about this. You can go all out if you... Oh my gosh, you could go all out. And I had an idea in my head and I went in a different direction. But maybe for my weekly spread, I will show you guys maybe that next week. And we'll see. Maybe I'll do a little more artsy. So let's see. What am I going to do next? Let me know if you guys like this kind of video. I know it's not my norm, but I had fun. You guys like to see me stamp and see how I use my stamps. So I feel like this is a great way to use your stamps. And the great thing about this is it's not bleeding through the paper. I checked it so many times, you guys. Like, here in a minute you'll see me, I think, unless I cut it out. I check it to see if it's like bleeding through. And it's not. That's beautiful. It's great. I love the thickness. So I have a little like planner sticker set. It's like a yearly sticker set where it has all the seasons. Excuse me. I'm a little sniffly because I'm sick right now, so I apologize. But there is a sticker sheet with leaves and little girls and stuff. I wish I had more room for the girls. I wish I wouldn't have went all out with the florals and maybe put some of the girls up there, but I did use some of the leaves and then the little pumpkins for Thanksgiving. And yeah, I think that the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a YouTube symbol, you guys. So cute. So this is just going to help me keep track. I'm going to put 2 lines, one for where I began at the very beginning of the month, and then at the end of the month I'm going to go in and check my numbers and see where I'm at. And I'm going to color that red, and I'm just going to use that, I'm just going to use a pen. And here's the blending tool. This is what I was talking about. Look at that. Look, it's like ombre. So pretty. And you can go back in over it. You can dip your little blending pen back in the ink and go back over it. So I checked to see if it went through, and it did not. Yay! Just make sure that you're wiping it off before you move on to the next color, because you don't want to transfer that color to the other ink pad. So I'm going to do the same thing with the green here at the bottom. If I would have had a red ink pad, I would, from Catherine Poehler, I would have done the YouTube symbol like that as well, because it works for coloring. You can just color like that. But I do not have a red from her yet. I was looking at her reds, and I'm thinking about getting the Rockin' Red. It's really, really pretty. It's a nice Christmas red. So I'm pulling out my little journaling pens, and I'm just going to color that YouTube symbol with my journaling pen, which takes a little while because it's a pen. And that's my monthly spread. So I am going to, like I said, kind of fill in those blank spots over by the November. And I think I'm going to bring in some different colors to fill it in. Maybe some of the rose petals, possibly. I really like that color. It's pretty. So now we're moving on to my mood tracker. So I'm going to take this little light bulb stamp from the stamp set, and I'm going to place 30 little light bulbs upside down. You guys, I saw this on Pinterest last night, and as soon as I saw it, I said, oh my gosh, there's a light bulb stamp in her stamp set. This is perfect. It's meant to be. I'm doing it. So I actually just got done this. So the monthly spread I did yesterday, and I was just going to upload that today to my YouTube channel. And then I saw this and I was like, I have to do it. This looks super fun, super cute. I'm using the Midnight Mini ink pad again for these little light bulbs. And they're so adorable. 30 of them, you guys, for 30 days. So a mood tracker is just exactly what it's called, exactly what it sounds like. It's tracking your mood, which sometimes you don't realize. So I've never done this before, so I'm kind of excited to try it out, and I'm just going to track my mood. So what I'm doing right now is I'm drawing some little lines coming out from the light bulbs, and then I'm going to also draw some lines coming down from each light bulb, and I'm going to use my ruler for that. So it's going to look like they're all hanging from the ceiling. How freaking genius was that? I cannot remember who, it was on Pinterest, like I said. If you just type in bullet journaling ideas, mood tracker ideas, all kinds of things pop up on Instagram and Pinterest, y'all. You can really get super creative. Now, the one that I saw looked like the little light bulbs were hand-drawn, but who's to say that you have to do hand-drawn stuff? If you don't draw well, like me, I don't. I'm terrible. I can't even draw a circle, you guys. It's pretty bad. It looks wonky as crap. So if you are not a drawer like me, this is for you. This is for you to get creative with your stamps. And there's all kinds of different ways that you can use your stamps in like this. And I was just super excited. So the mood tracker is, you have your little moods at the bottom, which you'll see me write in just a minute. And so for mine, I have happy, sad, angry, and okay. I was kind of on the spot because I was recording, and I was like, is there any other moods that I could possibly be? I don't know. If there is, I'll add them. If I feel like a different kind of mood that day, I'll just add it. It's not a big deal. And then each mood has its own color. And then right now I'm putting little tiny numbers by each little light bulb so I know which day is which. And then that way, for November 5th, which is today, I went ahead and filled it in with okay. I'm feeling okay today. I'm not super happy. I'm not really sad, and I'm not angry. I'm an okay mood. And this is just a way to kind of see how your month has went, what days, were what. And then on the other side, I think I might write just a little bit about my mood each day. Just write one little sentence about my mood that day, like why I was feeling angry, why I was feeling okay, and all of that good stuff. And here I am using the blending tool, oh my goodness, the blender pen, is that what it's called? Yeah, it's a blender pen. to dip in the ink and make my colors at the bottom. So the colors that I'm using for this is Happy is going to be Rose Petals, Sad is Sugared Lavender, Angry is Aquatini, and Okay is Coral Cabana. These colors make me happy, all of them. So that's it for today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you guys have any questions about this or about Canvo or about bullet journaling, leave them below and I will try to answer them to the best of my knowledge. Thank you guys so much for watching, and do not forget to spread love and be kind. I hope that y'all have an amazing day. Bye.